Look, man, we gotta go back.
Said Leo, his eyes flicking toward the orange wash of light beyond the block.
My old man's waiting for us. He's gonna want to see her.
Clark proceeded to ignore him as he eased the stolen Chevy into a deserted lot hemmed in by crumbling brick walls and a sagging chain-link fence. It had one side open to a dark, empty street where rainwater shone in potholes. He killed the headlights, letting the engine fall silent until the only sound was his own breathing. He got out into the cold, wet air. Leo followed, jittery, shoulders tight like he might swing at the dark just to see what would swing back at him. Clark eyed the mouth of the lot, noting the blind spots and where a car could get trapped.
Look, we're not going back, Leo. We are going to figure our next move from here.
That's not your call to make. You're just the goddamn driver.
I drive smart. Smart means we stay breathing. Every block between us and Ricci's is crawling with people who'd love to see us dead. I say we stay put.
Leo paced a tight line, sneakers splashing through a shallow puddle.
You're overcomplicating it. We've got Casa's daughter, which means we've got bloody good leverage.
Clark glanced through the open rear door. The hood over the hostage's head had slipped. Dark hair clung to a pale cheek. Her shoulders were tight, hands clenched in her lap, all coiled up and small, trying to take up less space.
Leverage for what exactly?
Leo's grin was bright and empty.
For Mateo. Don't you get it, old man? She's his little princess. Only thing he values more than territory and money. And now that we've got her, you can make him give up almost anything to get her back.
He said it like he was unveiling a trophy. Clark's stare hardened.
Mateo Casa doesn't crawl. Damn, you are a fool. You know you poked the wrong man, right?
Leo waved it off with a scoff.
You worry too damn much. We'll trade her, make him sweat, squeeze him for territory.
Territory? You just started a bloody war you don't know how to fight.
Leo leaned into the back seat and grabbed the hooded figure's forearm, yanking her closer. She jerked back with a sharp gasp, the sound slicing through Clark like a live wire. In a flash, the lot vanished from his mind, and he was back in an ICU. He saw Emily at 12, frail and wide-eyed, machines humming, a slow beep marking every second of fear. He blinked hard, forcing the cold, wet lot back into focus.
Get your filthy hands off her.
What, she yours now? Do I need to remind you again? You're just the driver. Know your place.
Clark stepped in and shoved Leo off her. It wasn't hard, but it was final. Leo stumbled, caught himself on the doorframe, and squared up with a drunken swagger.
You really want to do this? Right here? Right now? You and me?
I don't want anyone else getting hurt tonight. Get your head right, Leo.
Look at you, playing hero. You think my father keeps you around because you're brave? Oh, no. He keeps you around because you're useful. You're just a wheel, man. A wheel that turns when it's told to.
Clark didn't rise to it. He looked back at the girl.
Diane?
Testing the name. She lifted her head a fraction.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm okay.
See? She's fine. And you don't ask her anything unless I tell you to. You got that?
His hand went for her arm again. Clark caught Leo's wrist and peeled it off, slow and steady.
Enough.
Leo swung with his free hand, a sloppy hook fueled by pride and whatever he'd been pouring down his throat back at the motel. Clark slipped it and drove a short punch into Leo's ribs. The punch was not hard, but a warning shot. Leo sucked air, eyes going hot, and came again, wild. Clark's training slid into place. The world narrowed around him. Distance measured itself. He parried, then sidestepped, put a palm heel to Leo's chest and shoved him back against the car. Leo's head clipped metal with a dull crack.
Stop! Walk it off.
Leo didn't. He spat, eyes glassy.
You don't get to talk to me like that, you son of a...
He lunged. Clark met him halfway. 2 quick strikes. Quick, nothing fancy, just clean. Then he grabbed a fistful of Leo's jacket and twisted, using Leo's own momentum to spin him. And then suddenly, Leo's skull hit the upper frame of the open door with a sick thud. His knees folded. He slid down the sheet metal, smearing rainwater and grit, and didn't move. For a second, the lot held its breath. Diane's hands crept to her mouth. Clark stayed where he was, listening, counting. He crouched and put 2 fingers to the side of Leo's neck. Nothing. He tried the wrist. There was nothing there either. He sat back on his heels, rain drilling the back of his neck.
Ah, shit.
He then stood up slowly and looked over at Diane. She had her eyes locked on him, tears trembling but not falling. She was trying to be small, to not give him anything to use. Emily would do the same when she was scared, shrinking into herself like maybe the world would miss if it looked quick. The memory made his chest feel tight.
I know you're scared, but I'm not gonna hurt you, all right? You hear me?
She nodded once, eyes not leaving his face. He then dragged Leo's body a foot away from the door so it wouldn't pin shut, then eased the door closed on the back seat. He didn't cover Leo. There was no neat way to do any of this.
Just stay in the car and keep your head down.
He stepped away from the vehicle and took out his phone. He scrolled to a number his thumb knew well and hit call. Vince answered on the second ring.
What the hell happened, Clark? Talk to me.
No hello, nothing. Just a faint sharpness in the tone, like he'd been expecting trouble and wasn't happy to be right.
Vince, why the hell didn't you tell me it was Cass's daughter?
Clark's voice was low but hot, each word wired tight.
I didn't know for sure. You telling me it is?
Yeah. It's her. Diane Kaza.
Oh, Christ.
And there's more. You need to hear it from me before anyone else finds out. Leo's dead.
The line went still.
What the hell happened?
Back at the motel, it was a setup. Cass's crew suddenly came in trying to pull her out. It got us totally by surprise, but we managed to escape. Then Leo started roughing her up, and as I pulled him off, he took a swing at me. I put him down, harder than I meant to. I'm sorry, Vince. He caught the door frame wrong. He broke his neck. It was an accident.
Another long pause. Rain ticked on the Chevy's hood like a slow clock.
You know what that means, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Clark, listen to me. Really, really listen. When this leaks, and trust me it will, Ricci's boys will want your head for Leo's death. Sandra might try to keep it together, but grief makes men do stupid things. And Mateo...
He stopped, as if weighing the words.
Mateo will come for his daughter, and when he does, he won't stop at just her.
Clark shut his eyes. Emily's voice from an hour ago floated up. He opened them again, staring into the wet dark.
He doesn't touch her.
But Clark...
Vince's tone had the old friend in it. The kid who used to sit 2 rows back in English with him, throwing notes and getting caught.
You think he won't? He'll take what he can take to end it fast.
Then I end it faster.
No. No. You hear me? You bring the girl in and Leo's body. You come in, we contain this. I'll talk to Sandro, try to steady the ship.
You can't fix this. Not tonight.
Maybe not, but I can buy us some time. If you run, you're telling both families you've picked a side. You bring her in, we at least have a chance to play it so Emily stays out of the crosshairs. That's all I'm asking.
Clark kept his eyes on the lot's entrance while Vince spoke, tracking each shadow that moved. The night felt thinner now, like the city was waking and about to start asking questions about the noise.
Say I come in. What happens to her then?
That's above my say, Clark. But you know Sandro. He's got respect for you, for soldiers who've stood their ground. He'll do what he can for you, as long as you don't shove him into a corner where the choice is you or his own blood.
Vince hesitated, then added, softer but with an edge.
I'm asking you as a friend. Please don't make me send people after you. I don't want to do that.
Clark glanced through the window at Diane. She'd inched forward on the seat, listening without trying to look like she was. Even in the shadows, she looked like Emily's age. A kid dropped in the middle of men's plans.
She's a kid, Vince.
So was Leo.
They let that sit between them.
You still at the garage?
Yeah, I'm here.
You alone?
For now.
Good.
Clark thought for a second. He didn't have many of those left.
If word hits before I move, you get someone to Emily's building. Eyes only. No one touches her unless it's me.
You think Sandro would let that happen?
I'm not asking Sandro. I'm asking you.
All right. I'll put a car on the block.
Thank you.
Clark, I meant what I said. If you don't come back with the girl, both families come for you. You know that, right?
Clark looked down at Leo's sprawled shape, the way rain found the folds of his jacket and pooled on the floor. This, one night, had totally changed the map of his life.
I hear you loud and clear.
Then make the right move before the sun's up.
The line went quiet. He slid the phone back into his pocket and stood there in the rain, counting seconds. He walked back to the car and opened the rear door. Diane flinched on instinct, then steadied when she saw it was him.
You're safe for now. But listen, if anyone besides me opens this door, you don't argue, you don't run, you duck. You understand?
She nodded.
So, what happens now?
Clark looked toward the mouth of the lot, where the world waited.
Now?
He said, closing the door gently.
Now I buy us a little time before everyone decides who to kill first.
He hefted Leo's body, muscles protesting, and laid it gently into the Chevy's trunk, shutting it with a solid thud that seemed to echo in the wet stillness. Then he stepped back into the night and listened to the city breathe. Somewhere, dawn was already turning the sky a softer shade of black, and when it finally showed its face, he knew both families would be hunting. He wasn't running, not yet. But with a corpse in the trunk and Casa's daughter in the back seat, the road ahead had changed, and there was no way back.